Another day, another chance, another way, another dance. Today I'll be discussing to you all about, my blog. But, in chapter 6, my blog, what I'm going to be going over, is, is pretty much like, all the stuff that I've been, pretty much breaking down so far about what I'm going to be going over. So, yeah. So, yeah. Okay. So, chapter 6, applying MongoDB to our project. So in chapter 5, in our last chapter, we're introducing MongoDB and the concept of MongoDB to the user. Now we're going to be applying MongoDB to our project now. So we're going to be applying it. So applying MongoDB to our project. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. But before I start, I have to introduce my navigator, which is Savas. It's my navigator for today. And yeah, it's going to be navigating this chapter. So yeah. Without further ado, let's get to this, man. So, chapter 6, applying MongoDB to our project. Having introduced MongoDB, we now use MongoDB database to build our app. Right, first, we will implement the functionality for users create a new post. Then for that, we will need a view for users to input, the data. So that's what we're gonna be making it. So that's what we're gonna be doing. So in the views folder, create a new file called create, .ejs as a starting point, and then we'll include the header navbar, footer, and prints, but change the h1 text to create a new post. So that's pretty much what's gonna be happening. So yeah, you go over to our views, and as you can see here, we got create.ejs as a view. So as you can see here, we got this. Right, so include layouts navbar, layouts header, page header. Oh, then header class masthead, background image URL, image contact background .jpg container. So this is pretty much for our creation. So for our headers, this is pretty much for like our our heading, image, and subheading. Then our main is pretty much everything that we've got. You know what I mean? So our send button, our placeholder, so on and so forth. So that's pretty much what we have. So yeah. So that's what we got. And then your test.js, we went over that already. Imports, what we have in our modules, blog post.js gets imported right into here. And then yeah, that's what we have. So create.ejs, right? And then you go over to public. We actually, we go over to like index. And as you can see here, There's something called post new, and then you got create. Obviously, like we spoke about before, because you're making use of embedded JavaScript, we don't need to have a case where you don't need to have a case where we need to make use of the extensions that we're using. We don't have to describe everything. We can just describe the name of the URL that HTTP response can be making use of in our front end or client side. So yeah, that's pretty much like for example this here, this is a URL that the so HTTPs can be making use of. Yeah. So different URL, same HTTP response, but the reference here for our main server doesn't have to be like static. It's embedded JavaScript is very flexible when it comes to like, what you refer to it as. An app that post store. So as you can see here, the new this is the new code that's been included here. Let me quickly unshare, then I'll reshare again. So as you can see here, fix no callbacks in Mongoose version 7, right? For app that post store async, then our parameters equal to or greater than, then try await blog post or create parameters raise the red catch error. So this helps us post your new stuff, like new stuff that we have here. Yeah, the new things that we've got. You know what I mean? Right. So pretty much like the new view that we've got. This is pretty much like the server side functionality for that. So blog post create error, so on and so forth. So as I'll show you now, in our nav bar, right, we're gonna have a new page in our nav bar in our menu. So yeah. So this is called create. As you can see here, create. That's what's being referenced now. Index create, and then yeah. So that's what's gonna be referenced here. Create. Then obviously the CSS, of what we had, it pretty much got set up for views, the views that we have. Yeah, set up already. Yeah, so our image, yeah, it's pretty much our image container, our overlay, row, so on and so forth. So it's pretty much like the HTML, except it's embedded JavaScript. So let me rerun this again. Then I'll reshare it again for you. For you. All right. So as you can see, my first server is running. As you can see here, we got a new. We get a new view here. Right, we got a new view. So that's what we have, a new one called create. The one that I just made reference to in our nav bar. In our back end, the nav bar, EJS that I made reference to in our back end. Here it is, on the front end, you know, there it is, So let me go over, let me reshare it again. And then you got sources. Right, so as you can see here, you know, let's recreate. Without further ado, let's go create. I'll reshare it again. So yeah, as so I'm gonna reshare it again. Don't worry, you're not gonna miss out on the action. Hold on, yeah, so reshare my screen. Right, okay, I'll reshare this thing. Right, as you can see here, clean blog, then a blog theme by start bootstrap, right, and then you're gonna do send. Right, oh, let me reshare it again. As you can see here, you know, my as you can see here, these are all the blocks that I've created already. So the one that I created called clean blog, a blog theme by start bootstrap. You can pretty much see it here. My new beginnings, going clean and life. Yo, that's a beautiful blog. Going clean the life story of my life, computer science web development, clean blog. Yeah, but that pretty much doesn't answer the that pretty much doesn't satisfy the purpose of this lesson. Hence, what I'm gonna do now. Let's go over to MongoDB database. So as you can see, here, I go to my database, I refresh it, because the reason why I'm refreshing is because I added a new ID. So as you can see here, we got our different IDs here. Right, my new beginnings. This blog is going to be about my new beginnings. Yada yada yada. Let me add another one. Just to further drive home what I'm talking about. So as you can, I can confirm that. So on my blog posts, right, fetching documents. As you can see here, what I created, the blog theme by Start Bootstrap. What I just created has been posted here. So as you can see here, the object ID, clean, the title is clean blog, body a blog theme by Start Bootstrap. My username Gavin Avendlini, uh they posted 10 minutes past, they posted at what time it was posted, you know, what the date was, so on and so forth. Then which was like, yeah, that's it. That's the time in which all of that was posted. So as you can see, a MongoDB Compass, is being used to pretty much, it's being used as a SQL, as storage, a storage query lobby, as a lobby to store all of my queries, all the queries that I've, pretty much created. The queries being up blog posts. So yeah, that's what it's being used for. Anything else on your side, Navigator? Nothing else on my side. No problem. Well, thank you very much, Navigator, for being so kind, gracious with the time. Take care, God bless, and I'll see you in our, the next lesson. next chapter and the last one for today, chapter 7. So, so I'll see you then.